Alright, this is just going to be a quick video on how to draw Bohr models of an atom. First of all, what is a Bohr model? Now, this page here is just showing you an image. If you search Bohr model on Google Images, you're going to see a bunch of different models of atoms. Now, just know that they can be slightly different from one another. And in this class, we're going to be drawing it similar to this one right here. Okay. Again, there are different ways to draw Bohr models, but we're going to do it in a certain way that will help us in the future. Okay. Alright, here's an example of how to draw a Bohr model of this atom right here. This is a magnesium. It has an atomic number of 12 and a mass number of 25. Remember that? Now the first step is to figure out the number of protons and the number of neutrons and write it in the center. Okay. So we can just do it simply like this. Protons, how many are there? Well, atomic number is 12, so there are 12 protons. Neutrons, how many are there? There's got to be a certain amount of neutrons that adds to 12 so that there's a mass number of 25. So what adds to 12 to become 25? That's got to be 13. Alright, so this together will have a mass number of 25. Makes sense? All checks out. Alright, step number 2. Step number 2 says, figure out the number of energy levels and draw as circles. Remember those rings that you see in the model of the atom, in the Bohr model? Those rings are called energy levels. Each ring is one energy level. And you should know that based on the periodic table, the more you go down, right, every row that you go down on the periodic table, the more rings there are. At the very top, the first row, there's 1 energy level. The second row has 2 energy levels. The third has 3, so on and so forth. So technically, the most you can get is 7. All right, 7 energy levels. Where is magnesium on the periodic table? Well, magnesium, sorry if you can't really see this on this tiny periodic table, but it's in a third row, meaning there are 3 energy levels, 3 quote-quote rings. Okay, so I'm going to be drawing 3 rings around this center right here. 1, 2, and 3. Now, if your circles are not perfect, that is okay. I do not criticize on imperfect circles, right? I just have an assistive tool here. So there are 3 energy levels I just drew. Okay, now what do we do next? Number 3. Figure out the number of electrons and start drawing in the electron dots. Right, so the dots are electrons. Now we should have remembered from our little discussion that the first energy level can only have 2 electrons. Okay, that's this little letter A right. The first energy level can only have 2 electrons. Now when we're doing it in this class, I would like you to draw those electrons together, paired up in a sense. So this is how I would do it. 1, 2. Okay. First energy level can hold 2. Well, how many can the second energy level hold? The second energy level and every other can hold 8 electrons. Okay? So only the first energy level can hold 2. Every other energy level can hold up to 8. 8 maximum. Alright? And there is a rule on how you draw them. So when you draw the electrons want to pair after each side is filled. Alright? Now there are 4 sides to the circle. There's a top, there's a bottom, there's a left, and there's a right. Kind of like the D-pad of a game controller, right? Top, bottom, left, right. Let's just fill it that way, okay? Just to simplify things. So it says the electrons want to pair after each side is filled. So basically, you fill it top, down, left, right, and then you pair it top, down, left, right. Okay, so first of all, how many electrons do I need to draw? From the discussion, you should remember that all of these atoms right here, they are neutral, meaning the number of electrons should be the same as the number of protons. So we want 12 protons here. I've already got 2, so I'm going to continue from there. All right, you see how I did the up, down, left, right? Now I'm going to keep going, except now I pair it. Up, down, left, right again. Okay, now you notice that the second energy level has a total of 8. I can't put any more. Perfect. Alright, First energy level has 2, great. Second energy level has 8, awesome. In total, so far I have 10. Well, I need 12 for this, right? I need 12. So on the third energy level, I keep going. I need 2 more, and just as before, up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right, okay? So here we go, up, down, and that's all I can put, right? I have 12 total electrons now. This here is the Bohr model of this specific magnesium atom that specifically has a mass number of 12. Okay, let's see another example. Here we have example 2. We're going to draw the Bohr model of this silicon atom that has a mass number of 28. So I'm going to do it like before. In the center, how many protons? Well, 14. 14 is the atomic number of silicon. How many neutrons? 14 plus something equals 28, right? 14 plus 14 equals 28. So there must be 14 neutrons. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw in the correct amount of energy levels. Well, on the periodic table, where is silicon? If you can see on this tiny periodic table, silicon is right beneath carbon. That means it's on the third energy level. That means there are 3 energy levels. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, right? 3 energy levels. Okay, now I'm going to start drawing in the electrons. The number of electrons is going to be, surprise, surprise, the same as the number of protons, so 14, right? I'm going to need to put 14 dots. Watch carefully how I fill it in, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright, you saw that? Again, first energy level can only hold 2, and we're going to pair those electrons up immediately. Okay. Second energy level can hold up to 8. So, up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right. That would be 8 total, and notice that they are all paired up, right? They're all paired up now. And then the third energy level can hold up to 8, but we only need 4 more to get to 14, and since there's 4 more, they each have their own side. Okay, you do not pair them up right away. They each have their own side. Alright, and that's it. And you might be wondering, well, why do you have to put it in this specific arrangement? It is going to be answered when we talk about chemical bonds. Okay, chemical bonds are really important, and if you draw your Bohr model correctly, it will correctly or help you explain why certain elements bond a certain way. It's because of how their electrons are arranged in these Bohr models. Okay, so we got the Bohr model here for silicon 28. Excellent. Let's do one more example. Okay, in this example, we are looking at a lithium atom. Lithium has an atomic number of 3, has a mass number of 7 in this particular isotope of lithium. Okay, what should we do? Let's do the center stuff first. So the center, the nucleus of an atom, we've got protons and neutrons, so let's label them. The number of protons of lithium is always 3 because they have an atomic number of 3. The number of neutrons for lithium, it could vary, but if the mass number is 7, then 3 plus something equals 7. There has to be 4 neutrons for this particular isotope, right? Okay, now we're going to figure out the number of energy levels. How many energy levels are there? We take a quick look at the periodic table. Sorry if this one's small, but here's lithium. It's in the second row, meaning there are 2 energy levels. I only need to draw 2 rings. So here's the first ring, and here's the second ring. Perfect. Now, let's look at how many electrons we need. Well, this neutral lithium atom has 3 protons. It's got to have 3 electrons as well. It's the same amount of electrons as protons for a neutral atom, remember? So we're going to draw 3 total dots here for electrons. And let's see how we draw it, okay? Just watch very carefully. A 1, a 2, and a 3. Okay, so remember, the first energy level can only hold a maximum of 2, and they're going to pair up right away. The second energy level can hold a maximum of 8, but since we only need a total of 3, I'm just going to put 1 more, and it's going to belong up there. Just up, down, left, right, until you get to the correct amount, okay? So we have our lithium Bohr model here, specifically lithium 7. Now I want you to pause the video here. You can try this on a piece of paper. Reminder that you do need to refer to the periodic table to figure out how many energy levels there are. But pause this video, like right now, and then resume it once you have finished, and see if you got something similar to mine's, okay? Alright, I just finished. You can compare your answer to mine. Hopefully you've got it correct. If you need a little bit more help with this, please make sure to ask me at the end of class. Alright, hope you have a good day.